Unions are a way to organize workers so they can collectively bargain with their employer and demand higher wages, safer work conditions, and general respect. The biggest leverage unions have is they can force a strike or work stoppage. In order for capitalist pigs to thrive, they need to sell useless crap. Without workers to produce, package, and distribute said useless crap, capitalist pigs lose profits, their greatest fear. Now, we won't sugarcoat it. Unions are a pain in the ass. They are annoying, boring, and complicated. Depending on who runs them, they can be racist, sexist, and corrupt. Their rules are often Byzantine. To top it all off, in order to be a union member, you need to pay union dues from your dwindling paycheck. Great sales pitch, right? Why on earth would you join a union? Well, comrade, let us ask you one question. Has your manager ever lied to you? Have they yelled at you and told you to work faster even when you were going as fast as you possibly could? Forced you to stay late and do extra work? Ignored concerns about workplace safety? Sexually harassed you? Sided with customers who were behaving inappropriately towards you and your fellow employees? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then your employer has abused you. Now, if you're working at some place where you're unhappy, the obvious answer is to quit. Go somewhere else that treats you better and pays you more. Unfortunately, the odds are the new boss will be the same as the old boss. And even if you find a company that treats you better, they may be bought out by a bigger, shittier company that forces you to pee in bottles. Capitalism is an inherently abusive system. Not all abusers are capitalist pigs, but all capitalist pigs are abusers. When dealing with an abuser, the best solution is to leave. But when you can't leave and the government won't protect you, you need to start fighting back. Yet in order to fight back, you need to be smart, you need to be organized, and you need to have allies. And there are no better allies than your coworkers who go through the same every day. You don't need to be a statistician to know that there are far more workers than capitalist pigs. And when the vast majority of workers join together in solidarity, they have incredible power. Capitalist pigs know they are outnumbered, which is why they try to pit workers against each other. They push racist and sexist buttons to destroy worker solidarity. Unfortunately, this often works. If you want to understand how racism and patriarchy are just as harmful to white men, read the history of unions. Yet when workers are able to see past the pig and unite, they have the power to make demands. The 8-hour workday, the weekend, paid vacations, and middle-class wealth are all products of an age when unions were at the height of their power. Conversely, as union membership declined over the 60s and 70s, the working class's share of the economy diminished. Now, more wealth is held in the hands of fewer people than ever before. Looking at historical trends, it's clear that income equality directly correlates with union membership. Now, we're not telling you to start a union from scratch. This is dangerous, and capitalist pigs are well trained in union busting. Granted, they're not as bad as they used to be, but they're still pretty bad, so if you try and go up against them, you will lose. But if your profession has an established, well-organized, and active union that fights for its members, consider joining, even if it means handing over a portion of your paycheck. Unions are most effective when all the workers unite behind them. Again, we are not advising you to do anything that will endanger you or your family's security. Your safety is paramount. But ask yourself, comrade, how many times can you change jobs? How many times can you abandon a career because of your employer's abuse? When is enough enough? When are your chains the only things you have to lose? I'm Comrade Rourke, and you are the revolution. Produced in collaboration with Fort Collins Public Media. If you have comments, questions, or suggestions for future episodes, please email us at communistfinance@gmail.com or follow us on Instagram at Comrade Rourke.